Let's get on to Kali, the devourer of time. Now, she is sometimes portrayed naked and sometimes portrayed with a tiger skin. Her eyes are rolling in bloodlust, and she has protruding fangs. Her tongue jots out of her black face, and she's often laughing or howling. She's sometimes portrayed as an emaciated hag, and sometimes as a young, ferocious, yet erotic woman. She wears a garland of human heads or skulls, and she's girdled with severed arms, and her many arms hold weapons. Now, Kali is in fact an amalgamation of a primordial pre-Vedic mountain goddess and the Vedic demon Nariti, who is the demon of death and sorrow, a female demon of death and sorrow, with a very, very dark complexion. Now, Kali gets her own cycle of myths circa 300 BC. But remember, she's been around for a very long time before she gets her own cycle of myth. Now, Kali is representative of the realities of time and death, the painful side of life or existence. Time and death are spiritual challenges that we, humanity, must accept and overcome. Black Mother Time is a very, very powerful goddess. She is perpetually transforming life into a dance of death. She is, in fact, the mother of death itself, for death swims in her womb. Now, she has uncontrollable Shaktic energy. It's essentially the divine feminine run amok. But this Shaktic energy run amok, this violence has a purpose. The energy serves a purpose. Now, the Dark One destroys demons who threaten the cosmic order. She likes to decapitate the demons, and she likes to crush them in her mighty jaws. The Dark Goddess can be usually found in cremation grounds, and she likes to frequent battlefields. She is, in fact, the goddess of the cemeteries. She can become drunk with blood and destroy the world, the dance of death. She dances with Shiva in a competition that grows wilder and wilder, and the world shakes. Well, Kali, rather than stop dancing, kills two demons, drinks their blood, and continues to dance. She is thrilled with the lifeless flesh at her naked feet. She continues to dance wildly until she realizes that Shiva is in fact underneath her, and she's dancing him to death. Well, Shiva's tactic slows her down for the moment, but she will eventually resume the dance that ends the world. Now, Calcutta is her temple city. Calcutta means the steps of Kali. Now, blood rites, the spilling of blood, has always been part of her worship. Today, they sacrifice goats. In the past, it was human sacrifice, often children. Children of the untouchables were sacrificed to Kali by the thousands. The only culture that could rival this mass sacrifice would be the Aztecs. We're not judging Kali for her human sacrifice. Almost every culture has indulged in this dark practice at one time or another. All right, there's another dark aspect to Kali, the Thuggees, something I mentioned as we started the show. Well, who are the Thuggees? Well, they're an organized crime gang and religious cult that would murder people in the name of Kali in a type of ritual strangulation. The Thuggees are the origin for the word thugs. Now, they would strangle their victims with coins wrapped in cloth. And it is estimated that they killed anywhere between 2 and 3 million people. This goes on for centuries, from the reemergence of the Devi, the Middle Ages, until it's wiped out by the British. Now, the cult validates their practices the ritualistic strangulation over a variant of the Raktabija story. Excuse me. Now, Kali, in the Raktabija story, tiring from her battle, the goddess creates two men from her sweat and tells them to continue killing while she takes a break. You must kill without shedding any blood. That's why, and she hands them a piece of cloth, a square of cloth. That's why they use the cloth in their strangulations, the tuggies. It's related to this myth. Well, soon all the demons are strangled, and Kali, impressed by the two men she has created, tells the two men to keep the cloths and continue to offer victims as sacrifices to her. There's another variant in this story about Kali and the demon Raktabisha. She defeats the demons in this other tale. Let me tell you, Raktabija is a self-replicating monster. Every drop of his blood becomes a new demon. That's why she tells the two men not to spill blood. Well, in this alternate vision of the Raktabija story, she sucks the blood from all the little demons that are produced. She sucks them dry. She catches them in her jaws and sucks the blood out of all the little demons until Raktabija is exhausted, and then she slays them. Now, the thugs are wiped out by the British. This process of annihilation takes decades. It starts in the 1830s and doesn't end until about 1904 or so. Some people believe that the cult continues in secret to this day. Now, modern Kali worshippers view Kali as symbolic of our fears. We must face Kali. We must dance with Kali to understand her. And when we face her, when we dance with her, we are free. We are liberated from our worst fears. Now, Kali has numerous manifestations, Kamunda, Bharavi, and Kandi, that are sometimes regarded as separate individuals, but often identified with the Dark One, Kali. Let me get into Kandi a little bit.